Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody is doing wonderful tonight. I have been paying attention to the social justice workings that have been going on online communities. We're talking Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And one of the hot topics right now is cultural appropriation, which is one culture borrowing, using an aspect from a different culture. Now, it is viewed to be rude, insulting if you are one culture and you are using a different aspect from a different culture. So, like for me being Scotch Irish, that would be like me acting like I'm Greek, throwing on the toga and all that. Well, I'm not Greek, so that's a cultural appropriation. Then there are people with Samhain coming up. We're going to have a lot of costumes coming out, and there are a lot of people that are already talking about cultural appropriation, how people should not dress in some other culture's garb. So then, a lot of people cannot dress as Native Americans because a lot of people aren't Native American. It's things like that. Now, we have to decide as an individual and as a community as to what our views on cultural appropriation should be. Because paganism, especially your eclectic Wiccans, love to talk about being able to do whatever they want. They can grab from many different belief systems. So they can grab from the Greeks, the Romans, Egyptians, Celts, Hindus, Shintoists, Native Americans, hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria. You got all these different paths. A lot of them from each one has their own unique culture. And we have a lot of pagans that think that they can just take whatever they want. Hey, I don't feel like being Celtic today, so today I'm going to roll the dice, and ooh, I am going to be a Hindu. Okay. And this is where we are having an issue. If we have pagans themselves that say that cultural appropriation is wrong, but then we have the other side of the pagan community that are saying that cultural appropriation is right because they are taking from different cultures' belief systems. So what is it going to be? I am Scotch Irish by heritage, and so I follow a Celtic pathway. I am considered by many to be a Celtic Reconstructionist. I am very strict on my beliefs. I am forcing myself to constantly redefine my beliefs. I'm constantly challenging my beliefs because I'm trying to find the most historically correct Celtic pathway for me because that's my heritage. But we have a lot of people out there that are mixing belief systems. We have people that are grabbing from the Egyptians, the Hindus, the Celts, and Native Americans are getting attacked savagely on this part. And they are trying to take all these different aspects, put it together, and say that this is their path and that they can do this because it's all about eclectic. It's being eclectic. It's, doing what's right in your heart, following your feelings and all that. But that's cultural appropriation. So, in the social justice warriors mentality, if you are not of that culture, you should not be living different aspects of that culture. And so, cultural appropriation here in paganism. Can I, as a Scotch-Irish birth from the Norse? Well, according to their little rules, no, I can't. But we have it going on rampantly here in the pagan community. So that's what I want you to think about. Please leave your comments below and tell me, how do you feel about cultural appropriation and paganism? Thank you. Take care. Be at peace.